All right, I'm just curious about the transfers. Just how are they adjusting so far, and how are they looking?
They're good. Luckily they've been here. Our GM's really starting to understand the defense. So he's playing really well. Woodby's another guy. We're thankful he's been here since January, so really starting to, understand the defense. The nice part is they're part of the team now. It's not like they just got here. So they worked all off season. They know the guys. So it's not like you're out there and saying, well, that's a transfer, that's a transfer. We're all here now, but the guys are doing nice. Trey Barrow we've talked about. Chris Banks is doing a good job, but they're integrated really well, and they're competing with everybody here. And like I said, hopefully, they'll help us win some games this year.
You've talked about it before, but just how do you go about that process? How do you find them, and what do you look for when you look for transfers?
Yeah, well, one, I said it, and you guys can tell with how many young guys we have committed in our classes. I want to recruit high school players. I want to develop high school players. I want to take a young player, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year, maybe a fifth year, and see how good we can get them, help develop them as men. That's one of the reasons Boston College fits me. I don't want to live in the transfer world. Now early on, if we feel like there's a hole because the scheme we have, we need a specific player that we don't have right now, then we'll look. And there's certain cases, if you go back to, Phil, right? And now, we felt like we needed some depth at tight end, so Trey. We felt like with two linebackers leaving, we went out and got IGM. So one, we look for good players, but then after we watch the tape, it's, does anybody know this guy? Does anybody have a relationship with him? Will he fit the culture of our team? Will we fit our locker room? Will we fit our players? And if the answer is no, we're not taking him. Academics, are they important to him? Is he a good student? Harder to transfer in here than it is some other places, right? But the biggest thing for me is all the guys we've brought in, it's got to be the right fit. There's some players we've really, really liked that we feel like we could have gotten, but we walked away from because nothing is more important than our culture. So hopefully that answers your question.
It does. And Woodby specifically, just what's he meant to the team stuff? Obviously you knew him beforehand, but I'm sure he's been pretty impressive.
Well, right now it's just the competition, right? John Muse was our starting strong safety last year, and now all of a sudden there's competition, and Muse is doing a great job in what packages where both will be on the field at the same time, which is awesome. But just the competition, the versatility of having another big safety, which we don't have. He's a hard worker. He's a tough kid. Loves ball. He's a good leader. He's just a great addition to our team. We'll see how it plays out once the games come, but very grateful and happy that he's with us.
Coach, I want to ask you about Kobe White. What have you seen from him so far, and how's he looking in terms of coming back?
Yeah, the first 5 days, getting his legs back. He hadn't played football in a long time. I just keep telling him it will come, and I thought he had a really good first week. He's still working through some things, finding his way. Catches the ball really well, gets open, very instinctual, good blocker. Kind of like the things you saw in film when we got here, however long ago it was. The same kind of things show up. And I just think, what do we have, like 23 days until we play? I think he'll just keep getting better and better. Good work ethic, his mindset's right, so excited.
Just the possibilities on offense as a defensive guy. When you look at what you can have on that field at one time, how excited do you get for what Frank can do?
Well, it's depth, and it's competition. Depth creates competition. So hopefully your guy who right now, like Kobe White's pushing another guy, that guy's pushing another guy. So I want those guys to push each other to maximize their potential. And that's what depth does, and that's what you talked about. And that's why I want to keep recruiting good players. Like I said, not that we don't have a competitive team, there's not enough competition here. And that's what we're building through depth. And the more guys that deserve to play, we'll find a role and get them on the field. And hopefully we'll have that. Guys can stay fresh. You can roll guys in and out of a game. So when the DB's wearing down, all of a sudden you have a great third string receiver who can fly, and you put him in the game and he wears down that DB who's playing 90 snaps in a game. So depth, competition, versatility, fortunate to have those wide receivers.
Obviously you're not going to tip your hand yet, but tight end, we've seen a few highlight reel catches from Barry so far. What have you thought of him and what he might be able to bring? Yeah,
I mean, you can see him. He's a giant, he's long, he's learning the offense right now. He's got great ball skills. He's working hard on becoming a good blocker because we think he has a chance to develop into a complete tight end, and if he wants to play at the next level, which we believe he has the ability to, he's got to show that he can block people. That's really important at that position. You know, we're 5-6 practices in. He's having a really solid camp so far. But he'll have to continue to take steps if he's going to be as good as we all think he can.
Anything else, guys? All set?
No?
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Coach.
you guys coming, man.
Appreciate it.